Peaceful Anonymous here. In today's video, we're going to talk about Zack G. The reason why is because, well, I have some things I want to say. Now, a friend of mine named Hostway Productions has talked to me. We talk sometimes. We talk about all kinds of things, and one of the things that came up was Zack G. The reason why is because he told me recently, well, first of all, Zack G never responds to Hostway Productions reacts of comments ever. And so, okay, well, wonder why. He's never said anything bad about Zack G. In fact, his latest comment to Zack G was, hey, well, this is paraphrasing, but the fact that I enjoy, saying as Hostway Productions, that I enjoy that when you are positive and when you talk about why you like Taylor Swift, her music, how it makes you feel, why it makes you feel the way you are, you know, stuff like that. Because I will say that Zack G's, all his videos are extremely negative and all rants, and no one wants to hear that. It's hard enough in this world. This world is so chaotic and negative, and we need positivity, and we cannot get along. People just can't get along, and that's a sad thing to think or see, really. So when we're super negative all the time, like Zack G, and constantly talk about someone that doesn't talk about him, it's like, well, it gets repetitive and annoying. And honestly, it's something that's kind of just really pointless. But I will agree with Josue that it's different when he's more positive. You know, it's a lot different. It's like, okay, I want to enjoy and listen to what he has to say, especially about his favorite artist. You know, he talks about so highly about her, but he never says truly why. And I think that's more interesting than anything. Why, Zach, do you love her music? What speaks to you? What specific music and songs of hers that really speaks to you and how does it make you feel? Those are things we want to hear, especially to Taylor Swift fans. No, I'm not a Swiftie by any means. I don't think she's bad. She's quite simply not my type of, you know, not necessarily, I shouldn't say type of music because I do listen to some music like it. It's just, I'm not really a big fan of her music. It doesn't speak to me. I'm more of a rock person, electronic rock or even cinematic rock. I like that kind of stuff. You know, I listen to some rap, it just depends. I'm more into the more, well, not like what Zach reps on. That's another thing I'll talk about later. There's plenty of rap music that does talk about, you know, the past, you know, your past self and how you change as a better person, how you can change as a better person and keep moving forward through all these trauma. There's actually a lot of lyrics in rap music that's quite similar to rock and pop, just in a different form of describing or you know, I guess you could say talking about it. I don't know. In this illustration, I'm trying to say is that rock music does touch a lot of topics that rap music does talk about. And I'm not talking about mainstream rap. Mainstream rap is different. Now that's exactly what Zack G describes as mainstream rap. Well, it seems like that's all he listens to. Because I think Taylor Swift is mainstream, he kind of goes like whatever rap is mainstream, you know? So it's like, okay, I get it. I don't think he really looked too deeply into that. It's just fine, but like don't say anything bad about it unless you really do your research. Yeah, there's a lot of bad rap out there. I agree with that. A lot of just terrible generally, and not really well thought out. And there's just really inappropriate ones, and I don't like listening to that. But there is a lot of very well, you know, good messages in some rap. But you have to look for it, you know. You can't just like pretend it's not there. It is there. You just have to dig for it, you know. And it may take some time. That's true. But it is what it is, you know. You just don't say like it's all bad. It's not all bad. I would say more than half is more like inappropriate, like something that he would not like. And that's, you know, people do like that. I'm not one who likes it either, Zach, just to let you know. But, you know, And as for Taylor Swift, I'm not a huge fan of her. You know, she's talented to a degree. I don't. I wouldn't say she makes the same music, but you know, when you do, or when you're in this industry for this amount of time and make this amount of albums, and you make 30 songs in an album, it tends to kind of be repetitive sometimes. I'm not saying all of her music is, but that's just the way the industry goes. That goes with like bands in general, artists. Sometimes they make repetitive stuff. It's kind of hard to always make something different. But I will say a lot of artists are very similar though. She's not the only one that makes very similar lyrics to previous lyrics or style. You know, there's artists that do that. Okay, but I don't think she's bad by any means. It's just she's not my type of cup of tea, I guess you could say. So, don't hate on me, Zach, for not liking her. I shouldn't say I dislike her. Like I said before, she's not my cup of tea. There's just a few songs I do like. I like Bad Blood. I know. I like Lavender Haze, and there's a few other ones that I do like. It's not like I listen to it often, but when it's on, I'm not. You know, okay, I'll listen to it. I can get into it. There's times where I look her up and like I want to listen to Bad Blood today, or something. But I will say that Zack G is a little obsessive with that. A little too much. I get it, you're a fan. But like, when you're defending her, which is okay, but defending her so much when someone isn't talking about her anymore, it gets a little overboard. And I get it, you have your right, yeah, sure. But it's kind of, for the people that are watching, they may view you as immature. That's it. Mainly immature. It's the same old thing. And I will say that Zack G basically makes the same videos over and over again. It's titled differently, but essentially it's the same. And I feel bad because, like Josue said to me before, I like it when he's more positive. I like when he talks about why he likes Taylor Swift, not because of these haters. He talks about the haters all the time. That's all he talks about. It's always the same things over and over again, too. They're all 20 minutes long. He repeats the same words in the whole 20 minutes. That's the thing. And I don't think he realizes that. And I don't think he cares, which is fine. Okay. You don't care. That's okay. Sure. But try to make a little bit, if you're gonna make negative videos like those, like rants, try to bring a balance, right? Most YouTubers, content makers do have a balance. If not, it's always positive. But if you're gonna do rants, try to make some like, here, okay, here's a rant video, and then there's a positive video. There's a rant video, there's a positive video. Sometimes it's hard to think of positive things considering the world we live in. It's just so chaotic. But try to do it. I think you love it. I think you'll enjoy it. And I think others will too. And that's all for today's video. If you haven't watched my previous video, I talked about Larry Bryan and also some other things about Larry. And I don't dislike them at all. That's not the point. They're human beings. I respect them. But there's some things that might have to be pointed out a little bit because the fact that sometimes we get blind with our own pride and sometimes we need someone to help us. And it's a humbling thing to accept the advice and to move on and accept and try to change that about ourselves. There's nothing to be ashamed of. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day or night. And until then, Peaceful Anonymous is out.